benefits.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Eleutheria. That started on time for the first time this week. Second Futsak ANC of Friday of 2021, and finally, I am on time. So, there you go. How's everybody? Hendo saying he's blocked from Facebook for a month. They didn't like him sharing video of Debbie Hicked arrested for showing video of empty Royal Gloucester Hospital, exposing fake mainstream media narrative. Yeah. Well, there's lots of stuff going around that, no, that's a physiotherapy ward, and that's why there's nobody there now, and blah, 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 or like whatever. Whichever case this is that was recorded, and yeah, like whatever, guys, whatever. Stop bleating about not being able to treat people because we're overrun by COVID, and then you close entire physio wards. Do you know what this has shown me? Do you know what I'm seeing out of all of this? Medical staff on the NHS are lazy. Not all of them, granted, but a lot of them are lazy. They're cushy, their jobs are basically protected because, the NHS is never coping, so, we never have enough staff. They can't lose their job, and so they'll complain until stuff gets closed down just so that they can take a break. That's honestly what it looks like. What do you guys think? Hendo? I'm speaking about your part of the world. What do you think? Do you think NHS staff are, for the most part, just lazy and like to abdicate responsibility? Quick segue into the actual topic of today's video. What do you think? Apparently, I'm cheating to say that Hendo was third like a turd. So, sorry, Yanni. You're it, but you do have a turd, so I suppose, yeah, it's all good. Good grief, why is there only 5 people watching today? Oh, there's 6. Where is everybody? Where are you? Do you know, every time I sign into YouTube, I get this advert. I'm actually going to share my screen so that I can show it to you because it's really starting to annoy me. It really is starting to annoy me. So, crap. I'm going to share this with you because it's annoying. Hello, Mr. Eleutheria. I have an itchy toe. There is definitely a section of British people that are lazy. Immigrants tends to be do most of the dirty work. The locals don't want to do, just bosses giving orders. Yeah. Okay. That's what I've heard as well. Pretty much. What am I looking for? I'm going to share my screen because I'm sick of getting those adverts. I really am sick of getting this advert. YouTube, your AI is up to shit. Sorry, we love YouTube. They're very good at what they do. Okay, Chrome tab. Yeah, it should be the right one. Yes, let's jump to it. So it must be. I'm just going to make it big so that you guys can see it lekker. This advert. Meet your mature man. Or mature men. Jeez, it's not even... Why is this being advertised to me? Why? It's very annoying. Very annoying. Yanni's doing a reno job. Took a break for a few days back at work, so tomorrow I will finish up the tile work. Oh, tiling. Did I tell you guys that we've had 3 things break in the house? I told you about the one yesterday, but yeah, 3 things. I'll get to that just now, because that's going to be our little project. Immigrants are usually the cheap labor. Back at work must be like a holiday. Yeah, because it's not physical labor. Locals say black Joe. Hello, Ice. It's good to have you here. Long time no see. Promoting sugar. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think it's YouTube's way to force people to go premium. Yeah. Everybody's just saying hello to everybody else, I think. I don't know. Comments are jumping. Oh, redoing the cupboard? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Looking forward to it. Hello, Mulpit. Hello, Beaver. If only I could tell using a mouse and keyboard. My kids could show you how to do it in Minecraft. But that ain't going to build a shower in your house. Okay. So the title of today's video is to stop abdicating responsibility for your own life. And what brought me to this topic is that if we take only one lesson out of 2020, that I was really hoping people, especially as they re-entered the workforce in 2021, you know, Monday was the first working day, and a lot of people were working. If 2020 taught us anything, especially when on the 28th of December, Cyril took alcohol away again, is that we have to adapt or die. Like, really, we just really have to become more adaptable. We have to learn how to roll with the punches. I'm not saying don't get pissed off when alcohol gets banned again. Be pissed off, because our government needs to know that they need to stop doing these sorts of things to us. But, you know, be prepared, okay? So if alcohol is your thing, then make sure you have a bit of a stock in the cupboard. If you might be told to work from home again, don't go and dismantle the little workstation that you made for yourself during hard lockdown. Like, make sure that it's still there, because, you know, things are going to be fluctuating and chopping and changing for quite a few months to come. And if anything, people have not done this. Like at actual workplaces, they're just like claiming COVID as the reason why they can't get anything done. I'm looking at you, Telkom, not having enough staff to deal with customer queries or like cancel a contract for the last 2 months, since the 2nd of November. Sorry, Mr. Eleutheria needs my attention. He needed a password and I wasn't going to WhatsApp that to him. That's another thing we can talk about just now if we still have time. But yeah, I mean, people are just, they're using this COVID thing as an excuse not to do their job. So now I know there are people that are really battling in a terrible state of mind with after the lockdowns and during the lockdowns, and we're locking down again. So I get that. I'm not going to take that away from people, but we did this in March and we overcame and we got through it and we're like, yeah, we're stronger for it. And now January hits and everybody's like forgotten. And I'm just like, no. And part of the reason why people are just using this as an excuse is because they just haven't had to take responsibility for anything in their life. Most likely. Not anything of meaning, anyway. Which is sad. And it's leading us down this path of inept human beings that just are not going to be able to survive the next couple of years. Because it's going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And the downs are just going to get scarier and scarier and scarier the more you just don't accept that this is what is happening. So now I'm going to take a break to read the comments a bit. Because they did jump a bit. I only moved this here today, Yanni. Like literally just before I went live, I put it there. It was hanging on that side of the living room. And I decided to move it here. Because I decided it's a good message to have behind me. I'm not sure how good the colors are coming through. So it's be the good, but it's also believe there is good in the world. And yes, it's a DIY. It's a piece of hardboard that I had lying around that I covered in contact paper. I printed these letters. You get free fonts all over the internet that you can install on your computer. And this one I think is Stitch or Stitch in Time or something like that. And I printed them, cut them out, stuck them on here, and then covered it with clear contact again. That's why it's so shiny. But yeah, I like the message. So yeah, the background decor is growing. Yes, of course, the ANC communists love the power grab. Hello, Mr. Punisher. It's good to have you here. Productivity has flushed down the loo. Yeah. That's if people had any to begin with. Yeah, this is a lot of people have been sending messages telling me that they're leaving WhatsApp very soon. So, yeah. Thank you, Yanni. I do like it. No need to 3D print. Oh, guys, honestly, that's actually something we could do. I just had an idea for a collab we could do, like 3D printed versus paper crafting something. It's something I was working on today. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. I actually copied, it's in the video description, but I copied it from a blog post on Psychology Today in 2020, September. Somebody wrote this article, and this is just a tiny excerpt of it because it was a very left-leaning article, so I wasn't going to pay much attention to the rest of it. In politics, the abdication syndrome is especially likely to occur in times of hardship and uncertainty. In the same way that when children feel insecure, they cling more tightly to their parents. People are more vulnerable to the paternal appeal of dictators in times of insecurity. Similarly, individuals feel more attracted to gurus and cults during times of upheaval and trauma in their lives. So, yeah, just, I don't know. Guys, start taking responsibility. Like, start doing your best at work. Honestly, if you're not doing your best at work, if you know you haven't put your best foot forward today, if you know that you have not done outstanding or the best that you can do for, even if it is just for today, but overall, do you feel good about that? Do you feel good about doing that day after day? I don't. I mean, yesterday I really had an off day. My stream wasn't as great as the previous two that I did this week. My energy just wasn't there. I just felt like it was really crap. And I was disappointed in myself. I was really disappointed in myself. And like, I don't understand people that can go to work and do that on a daily basis. I really don't. Hello, Ellen. I'm so glad you managed to catch me live for a change. That's very cool. Thanks for letting me know that you're here. Whilst we're on the topic, can you guys please like the video? How many likes are we on? Let me guess, 3. I really don't know because I haven't opened it yet. Oh, 9. Very cool, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really just want people to start putting their best foot forward. If you're not already, obviously this rant / stream / whatever doesn't appeal to doesn't apply to everybody. But yeah, we've got a viewer on Twitch, which is very unusual. Thank you. Whatever, Betty. Do you think people intentionally do a bad job every day? Maybe not. Maybe not. What I think happens is people don't really try to better themselves on a daily basis. So I used to work in a call center, okay? Many years ago, I was a call center representative for the Rand Merchant Bank Group. And every day I would go in and I would say, okay, yesterday, because we'd get our call stats every day. Our team leader would bring us our call stats and they would show us, okay, yesterday you took 75 calls. This was your active call time. This was your idle time between calls, blah, 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 blah. And they go on. Now, you know, your idle time between calls could be because you have to escalate something to another department, or you need to follow up on another issue, a previous call or something like that. So your idle time, you know, it's busy time still, but yeah, it was stats for us to see like where we could improve. And every day I would try and do one more call than the day before. Just one. I'm sorry, I need something. My throat is very dry today. So even though I was in like quite a low level job, and I mean, I wasn't going to get promoted there because I just had too much attitude for people above me. I'm not one that deals with draconian authority very well. So thank you. Even though there wasn't really much of a future for me in that job, every day I would try to take one more call than the previous day. I would try to down that idle time between calls. I would, you know, I was constantly trying to do better. And then I was moved on to the email team. So I would be dealing with email queries. And I'd try to do 100 emails in a day. Or 150 emails in a day. 200 emails in a day. I was the one that came up with email templates. You know, because it's, you know, you get the same questions. Oh, I forgot my password. How do I reset it? Copy and paste. Put it in. This was before banks and places like that thought of having like FAQ pages and, you know, just automating the whole thing before a person even called a call center. I'm talking about the early 2000s, guys, when internet banking was still a new thing. And, you know, it was so new that I would literally have people phone and say, my computer crashed and I was in my internet banking. Do you think someone can now get into my accounts and steal all of my money? No, statistically, like the chance of that happening is pretty much zero. After you've been inactive for like 2 minutes on the web page, it does automatically sign you out. So even though it's still floating out there, it's only 2 minutes. It's not really enough time for a hacker to like get in and steal your money. And besides which, we have to approve your beneficiaries. At that stage, we had to load the beneficiaries on behalf of people. You couldn't do it yourself and get an OTP and say, yes, I mean to do this. Yes, I mean to pay this person. We had to load it for you, and then you would log in and pay them. So I was like, yeah. But that's how new it was. And that's the type of queries I was dealing with. So I came up with email templates, and, you know, I would... Shut up, Mr. Punisher. Yeah. That was great. So no, I don't think that people intentionally get do their worst job. every single day. But I do think that people have got very complacent and will kind of just do the bare minimum that they don't have to get fired. And they can take home a little bit of a salary and that's it. You know, that people generally just don't want to do a little bit more and get a little bit better at what they're doing. So a lot of people are demotivated with this COVID BS, Trump saga, blah, blah. Yes, I know. And that's another reason to be having this stream, is like you need to figure out a way to get over that. Because this roller coaster of, okay, in the UK you have tiers, in South Africa we have lockdown levels, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a roller coaster for at least the next year, the next 12 months. Okay, we overcame in March 2020, March, April. We're like, okay, this is life. We're stuck at home for 3 weeks. 3 weeks became 2 months, and then eventually the economy was allowed to open up more. Whatever we did back then, that helped us to overcome. That we are still here, standing. We might look a bit punch drunk, and I'm sure a lot of people are feeling punch drunk. We've just got to remember that and go back to that, because this is just going to keep happening. So, just saying. Alan is agreeing. People just can't get their asses into gear. Before these damn lockdowns, people were much more motivated. Not always. Apparently I'm a rebel with too many causes. And I don't know what my cause is, but anyway. I mean, you know, being adaptable and taking responsibility for your own life is kind of it is heavily rooted in liberty. You know, if you want to live a life of freedom of choice for your own destiny, then this is what you need to do, guys. I'm just saying. Whatever Betty used to work hard for a company that never invested back into me, I'm finally ready to invest in myself. Yes, this can be a hard thing to recognize, and it can be a hard lesson for many people to learn. They can give their heart and soul, work their fingernails to the bone, and the company won't invest back in you, and you realize probably too late, after you've perhaps lost love, relationships, you know, battled to form good relationships with your children because you've been working so much. It can take a long time to realize that, and it can do a lot of damage. However, to me, it sounds like you have recognized that, and you're finally ready to invest in yourself, and that's great. That's great, and I wish you luck with that. Yes, things will never ever be the same. I don't think the US ever recovered from COVID. We hit another death record the other day. No country in the world has recovered from COVID. This is a virus that's going to be with us until the end of time. And we just have to figure out a way to protect the vulnerable and let the rest get back to work. ICE is going to keep sharing the truth, but I'm focusing on a whole bunch of stuff related to me and a small group, even if it ends up meaning I need to go to Mars or the moon. That sounds very interesting. Going to Mars or the moon. Very cool. Liberty is under attack all over the world. Absolutely. Hello, Gentle Inflatables. I'm so glad you could join us. Gentle has not stopped supporting me. Gentle is on holiday in an undisclosed location. Thank you for this reminder, Hendo, to please like this video if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. I'm not sure how Twitch works, so yeah. Hello, my beautiful friend. I'm still, you're not far from me. I'm still considering it. Oh no, Erica has load shedding. That's awful. Yes, it's not that undisclosed because load shedding found them. This is true. This is true. But they do have load shedding mitigation measures in place. So they're getting I do believe we have one American watching on Twitch. I think they're still there. So load shedding is rolling blackouts. So just in South Africa, we have to try and give it a different name because I don't know, it's somehow our fault that our national energy provider can't provide enough energy, even though we're using less than we were using 13 years ago. So there we go. I figured it must be Hungarian, Gentle, with you responding, so that's fine. Yeah, another thing that ties into the lockdowns and people not taking responsibility for their own destiny is people just abdicating responsibility for their own lives to the government. So, you know, people that just will sit down and say, oh, it's okay, you know, I'll take your stimulus check, or I'll take your dole, or I'll take your 350 Rand grant because, you know, I believe that you have my best interests at heart. Like, no, guys, no. No. It doesn't work that way, okay? We should be allowed to decide for ourselves whether we want to take a risk, get sick with this virus, and recover from it, or not. That should be up to us individually. And especially now, a year after it was discovered, and we know so much more about treating it and how likely you are to survive and what measures can be taken to help you recover better. Like, come on. You know, I'm willing to take my chances. I really am. And everybody should be allowed to do that. Yeah. Erica says there's lots of mods here, so she can just sit back and relax. Yep, this can be your safe space, Erica. Do you know, Erica, what the reason why I have so many mods here is because towards the end of last year, we had a certain, I'm going to say handful, but I don't think it's a handful. I think it's like maybe one or two people that are going around and trolling all the different channels. And one of the ways that they're trolling is they're cloning accounts. And I have some viewers here that have been watching me since the very beginning, since I was really crap at doing this. And they were being cloned and made to look like they were saying really disrespectful things. So in order to try and curb that, some of my sticky viewers, the people that have been here for the longest, the ones that have been here supporting me for the longest, I have given them honorary mod status, because you cannot mistake that blue spanner. if there's one thing you can't do when you clone somebody is you can't give yourself mod status. So there we go. That's why I have so many mods on my channel. I don't expect them to moderate. I don't expect them to take out trolls. I don't expect them to delete comments. I don't expect them to block people. I don't expect any work from the people that I gave this honorary mod status to. It's just so that they can't be cloned anymore on my channel. So yeah, that's it. Just explaining that. Even though I know you know most of the story. But my mods, you know, the honorary mods know that they don't have to work when they're here. They can, it's just so that they can feel like they can chat here and it's safe. You know, some clone didn't tell them, didn't give them a bad name the day before. It's just like, I created a safe space for them, guys. Alrighty. So, no more abdicating responsibility for your own destiny. Stop blaming COVID for everything that's gone wrong in your life. Because, trust me, it's not that bad, okay? And if you want to make a change in your life, you're the only person that can do that, okay? If you're unhappy in your job, figure out a way to skill yourself up and get out of that job. If you're unhappy in anything in your life, figure out what it is exactly that's making you unhappy and get rid of that thing. Okay, maybe it's a really cuck relationship that you're in. Then I don't know, be brave and leave the relationship. If things aren't great between you and your children, have a look inside and see, you know, was it maybe the way you raised them? And fix that. You know, just saying. And do not for 1 second think that your life is going to be better because the government is in charge of your life. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And nationalizing healthcare is an even worse idea. Because, okay, so here's a personal example. I have a health issue at the moment, and I know my different paths for how I can get a resolution to it. I can choose those paths. I can choose to go to my GP and we can try and figure it out together from there. I can choose to have my GP refer me to a specialist if I want to spend lots of money to go and see a specialist, or I can just leave it. Those are my choices. Okay, just leaving it is not an option. I have to do something about it. So I have the choice that I can go to the GP where he can try and treat it, or I can get the GP to refer me to a specialist. I'll probably get to see a specialist within the next month, but it's going to cost quite a bit of money to pay that consult fee. Okay, if I was in the UK on the NHS, my options would be ignore it, try to phone the GP surgery and hope that the GP is going to phone me back today. Have a telephone consult with the GP. The GP is going to say, oh, you need an antibiotic, and send a prescription for an antibiotic to my pharmacy. Okay, the thing is, I don't need an antibiotic. Certain conditions that do need an antibiotic can have the same symptoms as I'm experiencing right now, bless you. But that's not what's wrong with me. Okay. So the antibiotic's not going to fix me. So I'm going to phone the GP again. And the GP is going to consult with me over the phone again. And they're going to say, okay, we'll try this. And try that. And try that. And try that. And try that. And so we're going to have this back and forth for at least 6 months. And then eventually the GP is going to say, okay, well, what I could do is I could refer you to a specialist consultant. However, there's a year's waiting list because COVID. Or you can pay an absolute fortune and go and see a private specialist. But the NHS doctors might not take the private specialist recommendation of what medication you need seriously, so you still won't be able to get the medication from your pharmacy. Do you see why nationalizing healthcare limits your choices, guys? It's not okay. So, stop it. That's why I moved the sign today. Be the good. Be the change you want to see in your life. Absolutely. Just going through the comments. Problem with NHS now, longer waiting. Sorry. Problem with NHS now, longer waiting time for everything with COVID BS. Yes. And a lot of, like, people just aren't getting physiotherapy. They're not doing women's wellness checkups. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. COVID won't let me immigrate. NHI is a very, very bad idea. Private sector is always better, but expensive. Yes. That's it. That was my rant. Or, not rant. Like, that was what I had to say. About taking responsibility for your own life, for your own destiny, for, just, yeah. So do you want to hear about the 3 things that broke in the house? Thank you, Hendo, yes, for helping with always promoting my channel. So we've had 3 things break. Okay. The one is the kitchen sink. Well, not the sink per se, but like something there keeps leaking. So we've replaced the cupboard, and now we're going to have to replace it again. So that's going to be a big DIY job again. The dishwasher broke before Christmas. The dishwasher broke. Which Gentle is like just laughing her hat off about. Saying it's karma, because when I stayed with her, I was like going to her husband, I'm like, you should really buy your wife a dishwasher. Like, you should get her a dishwasher. Like for Christmas. Get her a dishwasher. Anyway, yeah. And oh, thank you, Gentle. Yes, I like my nails too. At least those didn't break yet. Yeah, you see, she's laughing at me. Karma. No, there's 3 of us, and can I tell you a mom hack? When your dishwasher breaks and you're waiting for a repair guy to come out and you're washing dishes by hand, that dishwasher makes the best drying rack ever. Okay, because nothing touches each other. So everything just drip dries. And then the kids still pack the kids still have to empty the dishwasher, even though it's not running as a dishwasher. It's the drying rack. The kids that are normally too small to get the dishes off the rack that's on the counter can still empty the dishwasher. So, mom hack. All right. Your dishwasher is still a good drying rack. Then yesterday the vacuum cleaner broke. Like, of all things to break. When you have a lady that's come to help you clean the house for the day, the vacuum cleaner breaks. So that's it, 3. So we need to get a repair dude out for the dishwasher. We bought a new vacuum cleaner because the vacuum cleaner was like 8 years old, which, like, these days vacuum cleaners just don't last beyond 3 years. And then tomorrow we're going to go hunt for salvage yards and see if we can get a kitchen cupboard and counter and sink and mixer tap at a salvage yard, because it'll be a lot cheaper than buying new. And failing that, we'll buy new. Yeah, at least the cupboard doors are fine on the cabinet, so we can take those off and everything will still match. But we still need to replace the countertop, the sink, the mixer tap, and the cupboard. Joy! Erica's dishwasher and washing machine will never break because she doesn't have. Okay, no, I don't. These princess hands don't do hand washing. Not gonna happen. Beaver's babe. Hubby is her dishwasher. Things happen in 3s, yes. So that's it. That's the 3rd thing. And we're done. No. Are you okay, buddy? You have my number. If you need to talk, send me a message. Okay? Please? But hello, and thank you for being here. I hope you're well. Apart from obviously feeling a bit despondent, so yeah. I've just done a whole long stream on how you can take responsibility for your own life, and so perhaps. Mr. Punisher, you've been here long enough to know that I did try this once. And it did not go well. And Gentle's obviously not feeling very naughty right now. Otherwise, she would have gone and got you all a link. Which is just terrible. But anyway, I'll get you the link and you can see my failed attempt at this. And that's it. I'm not going to touch this topic ever again. It's degenerate. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. You caught me good and proper. Now even Yanni's on the bandwagon. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's been posted like 4 times now, guys. You can. Yeah. And now he's cooking. Yeah, my husband cooks just patty every night as well. Yeah. It's enough. It's enough, all of you. Stop it. Stop it with the link. It's good to know that you're good, that you're okay, Storm. So that's cool. But you know I'm here, right? If you're ever not okay. No, it's not happening. It's just not happening. It's degenerate. It is not cool. Most of my audience that watch that never watched me again, or they don't watch me now anymore. No. No, 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 no. I have a soothing voice, though. Even Reese like your voice. Even Reese is like your voice is soothing. So there is that. Yes, I do have a soothing voice. So it can be very funny when I try to rant, because apparently then I just sound like a chihuahua, according to Joe Emilio. So there we go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Are we okay? What is going on? No, we're good. We are good. My voice is soothing. I enjoy listening to his streams, calms me down. And reminds you to make dinner because of the time I start. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I don't know what this is about, but anyway. Okay. All right. So hungry is not really ASMR. That was like a movie line thing. Check this dog. Check this dog. It's very cool. It's a very, very cool dog. There we go. So that was from the movie line stream. And I don't think I've done it on this. You're going to end up ripping him. Stop pulling him. He wants to be on stream. This is Ruff, by the way. His name is Ruff. Ruff. Ruff.
I don't know what
Waffles? No. Okay. Okay. This is from Venom. Hungry. There you go. And there's the other puppy. Actually, this puppy likes to sit there. Yes, that's why I suggested the Waffles name to him, and he's like, no. Anyway. F-bombs. Yes. Leanne, welcome. I hope it was a good busy and a productive busy and a happy busy. Goodbye, Ice. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday, most likely. And Gentle's eating apples. And there's Waffles again.
No.
Well, what's his name then if he's not called Waffles?
I'm still guessing if for now it's rough still.
Why do you want to change it from Ruff Ruff?
Wait, I'll do that.
It's not safe. This one. What's this one's name? Doggy. That's very original. Oh my word. It's show and tell day today, guys. This so our middle child was admitted because he had a chest infection, and Dad went to the gift shop and bought this for him, even though we had a pile of soft toys at home. But he went and got him a new one, and he's been pretty attached to it ever since. So there we go. Okay, no, I'm only showing 2 more, not that many. Hey?
This guy.
What about him? I already showed him. He's filthy. Where's this one's jersey? This one has a jersey, and it's missing.
I don't know where I'm going to put it.
And this one has a onesie, a romper, because this is Tom Kitten.
No,
And
not.
it is Tom Kitten.
No, it's not.
It is from the Beatrix Potter books.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Ask Daddy.
It,
No, I'm not doing any more.
no, it's not.
Soft toys. Oh. No, I said 2 more and that was it. Yes, okay. Oh. Pee-wee the Kiwi wanted to come say hello, which is very uncharacteristic of Kiwis, so yeah. And then this is a very strangely colored octopus. But anyway, there we go. Thank you. And he's actually a septopus now because one of the legs fell off. And yeah.
It's missing somewhere in the garage.
It's missing somewhere in the garage, the legs that fell off. Anywho. Right, I think that's a good note to end on.
There's a hole right here.
Yes, so that it could be stuffed. Yes, okay. I'm Can I sign off now? Dick. Out you go. Or you won't get this back. No, I'm keeping it ransom. Go, I'll throw it to you there.
No, Daddy gets it.
Okay.
Flames go.
Where do you find a dog with no legs? Exactly where you left it. I don't know, dogs can be very ingenious. Anyway, guys, remember, stop abdicating responsibility to the state or in the name of a virus. Take responsibility for your own life and be strong. This has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty. Whilst my children have a fight in the passage and distract me and do not allow me to finish my sign-off. So that's where I'm going to end it. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.